Let's give it a listen.
On this day, as we make this recommitment to one another, I am so amazed to be standing here with our children present. Our first wedding was for us. This time, it is also for us, but mostly to publicly promise our children that we will always be together, complete as a family, for always.
Well, I'll say this one thing that struck me about listening to that. A marriage should be about a husband and a wife, not about the kids. The marriage relationship should be number one, and just below it is the kid relationship. Jane, don't you think, I personally think I'll get your take on it, that when you elevate the kids above the marriage, you got issues, because that's, no pun intended, you got, things are out of order, and I think we saw it in this marriage.
Well, I'm always very suspect when people are constantly saying over and over again, my kids are my first priority. That's sort of an unspoken thing. It kind of reminds me of the people who are ranting and raving about family values, and then you find out they're having an affair on the side. It's like, grab your wallet when somebody states the obvious over and over like that. I think that you can doth protest too loudly, so to speak, when you're dealing with this kind of show, and the mom insisting that, wow, you know, I'm doing this all for the kids. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching,
Yeah,
all right?
that's what we're seeing here. Real quick, I want to hear from Jon about how he's finally standing up for himself. Here's Jon from last night's show.
I was too passive. I just let her rule the roost and do whatever she wanted to do, and went along with everything, and now I finally stood up on my own 2 feet, and I'm proud of myself.
Well, you should have been proud. You should have stood up for yourself. I would say this in watching the little snippets of the show I have. You should have stood up for yourself 2 years ago, 5 years ago, when she was treating you like the 9th child. Stand up for your self-respect. Stand up for your family. And you got to begin that communication. You can't treat me like this. And now he's standing up for himself as they divorce. Just sad all the way around. Jane will be watching Issues with Jane Velez-Mitchell coming up just a couple of minutes. Ken Baker, always good talking to you. And we thank you for watching Prime News. We'll see